Hey, this is Reenaventura coming to you with part two of my reaction to Critical Role Campaign 3, Episode 8. Uh, as always, as before, I am not the owner, nor am I associated with Critical Role beyond being a fan. Okay. Well, beginning the first part, we met the entire group met Dorian's brother Cyrus, and not to mention, as well as got more upgraded with Chitney. And let's see, we found out that Dorian Storm is like his birthday is Bronte, second son, Wyvern Wind. Though I suspect the middle name thing may actually be Bronte, second son of, more like Wyvern. So, it's more of a title thing. If it's actually second son that just of that, then way to mark your son. Well, nothing else. But I'm actually interested to see what this ad is.
Can we?
Yeah, if you guys want to. Fantastic. We'll pick up shortly after our break. We'll see you guys in a few minutes. Thank you so much.
Watch it there.
Oh.
Will nothing save us from this unholy curse?
There
is a curse upon every man across this dark and dangerous land.
Okay.
No one can run, no one can hide from the perils of B.O. B.O., B.O., nothing we do will make it go. Old Spice does not yet exist, so everyone smells quite awful. In the bathhouse, one would think a witch could wash away the stink, but with this soup of dirt and grime, his stench should be a crime. B.O., B.O., and nothing we do will make it go. Armpits full of yuck and lice, so how we long for Old Spice.
One day in the future, Old Spice will be our savior. Till that day comes, our pits will smell, and our nose is condemned to pungent hell.
B.O., B.O., nothing we do will make
I wish I didn't see actually.
700 years when the gods of smell see fit, long-lasting.
I'm getting real tempted to skip this. Hadori Reborn? Okay. Okay, I've seen this.
Hi, critters. Lord Keeper Danny Carr here, back in action with the mighty... Well...
What?
The Mighty Nine aren't feeling so mighty now that Yasha
I've
has been
seen this
brainwashed
already,
and
but
kidnapped.
next time when I notice they have a new one, I will hold off because I know they'll have it in the stream, and I'll save it for if I react.
We should reforge it at my cousin's volcano kiln. I need to go there anyway as part of my quest to save my home.
Volcano
You're on a
kiln?
quest?
Yeah.
Energized by this idea, the Nine ask Essek for his teleportation aid so they can put knots...
Part of my quest to save my home.
Wait, who?
Volcano
You're on a
kiln?
quest?
Just saying, wait,
Yeah.
who was on?
Energized by this idea, the Nine
it's-
ask Essek for his teleportation aid so they can put Knott's family somewhere safe before traveling to the Kravarad volcano.
Concise. Wunderbar.
Meanwhile, Ford is second-guessing his relationship with Ugatoa.
That's enough. I don't need you!
It's okay if you're powerless, Ford. We're proud of you.
Can we talk about your accent, though?
Do you, got any pamphlets about the Wild Mother?
We'll chat.
The 9 travel to Uthadern to find the Forge Master Umagorn Smeltborn in the hopes that he can reforge the blade for Ford.
I can fix the Star Razor all right, but in order to do it, I'm gonna need Ice Flex. It's Mithril that's been breathed on by a white dragon.
Did somebody say a white dragon? Hi, I'm Rini. I can totally help you guys fight a white dragon.
One batty side quest later, Caduceus has his residuum, and Umagorn gets to work on reforging Dwethvar, the Star Razor.
I pledge myself to the Wild Mother as both a warlock and a paladin in her name.
Now, can we go save Yasha?
You only have strength.
After we go to the library.
The mole in the Kryn dynasty gave the beacon to the Cerberus Assembly and started the war.
Oban is resurrecting another undying assassin and needs her heart to complete the ritual.
Oban is trying to get the heart right now!
Well, fuck!
Defeated, the 9 decide to seek the aid of their non-biased wizard ally, Yusa Arenas. Unfortunately, Yusa has gotten himself trapped within the Happy Fun Ball.
The perma-heart. Wait, that's where the Laughing Hand's heart is kept.
I just realized something about this.
Then we can make him mortal.
With the Laughing Hand now...
They didn't include... They didn't include Allura. Okay, you did get me see reacting. I didn't realize this before. Yeah, they didn't put Allura into this. And she appears later on in the series again in Campaign 2 again. What bull is this?
Killable, they discover that the Angel of Irons is actually the Chained Oblivion, betrayer god, attempting to use the Abyssal Rifts to return to Exandria.
Ahem! Now can we go save Yasha?
Yes. Okay.
It's time to end this.
So, did we just let the evil undying assassin go?
Their antics having caught King Dwindle's attention, the 9 are brought before him. After explaining the Chained Oblivion's plan, they seize the moment and diplomatically broach the prospect of peace talks.
Honestly, the Bright Queen just wants her fucking beacon back.
What beacon? Oh, you mean this beacon? The only beacon we have.
Fine, but I'm not going to talk to her. You guys have to. Parley, please?
Fine, I guess.
Having successfully convinced both the Empire and the Dynasty to parlay off the Menagerie Coast in 4 weeks' time, the 9...
Hey, 4 weeks is right around the time of Traveler Con. That's perfect. Traveler Con? It's going to be a super cool party on an island with the Traveler and, like, all his followers. It's going to be the best. Just you wait.
The 9 allow themselves to enjoy some downtime. Well, critters, that's it for episodes 70 through 91 of Critical Role's Campaign 2. See you next time.
Presenting in her halfling glory, Veth Brenator.
Did it work?
No, but it should have. You might be cursed?
That would explain the hag.
Almighty 9.
Yep. Oh, so next episode... I swear that the beginning of the thing sounds almost like the Dragonborn theme. Like, it feels like this guy.
Hey, critters. Laura
It's not,
Bailey
but-
here to guide you through what's new in the Critical Role shop.
Glorious.
Ooh, look at this. Look at the details. Ooh.
Can you put donuts in this? Only one way to find out. These holidays, you know, they're just around the corner.
I'm good.
You need this? You probably need this.
I mean, the Traveler always says impulse purchases are a good decision.
I have enough dice and I still have yet to play.
The cuteness, it's overpowering. It's so cute. I can't handle it. And hey, if you want, you...
Relaxing properties to a Twitch subscription to Critical Role. So today
No, I like that, but I've seen all of it. Just see my other videos. Like, probably one of I was reacting to that. I can't remember which one was the last one I reacted. Okay, we're back.
And welcome back. So, have you have all taken a night's rest?
Yes,
a long rest, which you can take on your
Oh, so refreshed.
Please. Yeah, that was rough.
Eventually, you all come to consciousness in the early morning light and gather in the Spire by Fire for your modest breakfast.
Hour of 13 minutes.
That is included continental as part of your stay.
Cornflakes.
I got a banana.
Based on how late you were up and how exhausted most of you were, we'll say it's a little later in the morning, so the sun wouldn't be quite as low in the sky at this point. So as it transitions back into more of a midday, late morning feel for your meal, that's viable. There are numerous people in the tavern kind of finishing their dishes. Some people are just in the process of enjoying the space, reading books or gambling in separate corners. But the table we are all sitting at is yours to think about what to do with the day and your new interest in a compatriot.
How did you sleep, Chetney?
Oh, I slept excellent.
Where did you sleep?
Out here.
Oh, fantastic.
Just in the middle of the tavern?
Well, yeah, I just kind of get used to, most people don't notice me. I just throw the cloak over and I'm out.
Wow.
Yeah, it kind of pays to not be seen.
Well, you could probably fit in bed with us.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
You offering?
Sure. You're a little small for me, but I could make it work.
That's okay. A lot of wisdom with these years. I'll make up for it.
Same here, baby.
Let's keep it professional.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm professional.
So, Dorian.
What?
Are we still calling you that?
No, he gave us his real name.
Oh, what do you prefer?
Which one?
Yeah, that's a good question.
Prefer. I prefer what you know me as.
Dorian.
It might be a bit of a fib, but
It's your chosen name.
that's how we met.
I like it better.
It does suit you.
Thank you.
So, is it dire to look after your brother right now, or
It seemed pretty dire.
Chetney is somebody who's missing, and they've only been missing for a short while, and we might lose their trail.
The first 48 hours is very important.
As you have said.
Yes. 48. First 48.
As much as I want to be my brother's keeper, he seemed all right for now.
Do you want to be your brother's keeper? Is that true?
No!
Not particularly, but he was in, what did you say, dire circumstances? He feels safe with the Corsairs, so...
I didn't see anything. I hope no
It's
one
not
thinks
about me,
it's
With the
fine.
Corsairs.
You do?
I do. They're very well hidden. You know? I mean,
As long as he stays hidden.
20,000 gold is a huge bounty.
Oh, no.
It is.
Do you want to be on the throne? I don't know what to call it. Like, do you want to be?
It's more of a big, comfy chair.
Okay.
Two, actually. But,
Sounds like a throne.
not particularly.
Okay.
Not now. My parents are older, but they're still very capable, so... I am concerned about my brother, if that's your question, yes. And I'm also concerned about you, Chetney.
2 chairs. Does that mean you're, like, betrothed?
No. Not technically, but, husband and wife have equal voice in our village. They weigh in equally on their opinions. There's no king or queen. They rule as one. So I suppose whomever my brother would eventually marry, and they would rule together. But both my parents are sound and fine, according to my brother. So I am worried about him, but he is blasé about everything, and he seemed all right. I don't know.
Meanwhile, Chetney's friend, was it Grog? Gurge. He's missing. And we have absolutely no details about him at all.
Well, I mean, look, we could
What?
go to where he, his domicile, if that's what you want to call it, and give it a look. I'm afraid I don't have much more than
I
that.
feel like if nothing turns up at the Smolder Spire, that's a good place to start with your brother anyway.
Plus, the Smolder Spire was connected to the Broomstone, potentially.
I don't remember that, but sure.
Duggar was making trips back and forth between the Smolder Spire.
But we didn't catch where.
No. I'm very curious how all these Mahan families work with all their guilds and whatnot. It's a lot to unpack.
It's a rich world.
You all from here, right?
No.
Not the city.
Do they have a
How do you find people so well? Oh, they were all dead.
Wait till they die, then we find them.
Conveniently, they move around a lot less.
Yeah.
Is anyone from Drusar?
Originally?
Are you? No.
No.
Ashton's been here the longest.
A while.
Oh, okay. That'll help. Maybe.
I guess then...
Let's head to the Smolder Spire and see what we find.
You know the address or wherever?
I can lead you there, but also, if I can just make myself useful as well, I don't want to draw too much attention if we need to see your brother to safety, or...
It's so hard. I think my brother will reach out. He found us last night. If things get worse or he's in more trouble,
He's also back and
I suppose
defended
he'll find
by
a way
the
to contact us.
entirety of the
How
Corsairs.
would he find us?
I remember there was like a...
He's very resourceful. I think he'll find a way to reach out. So, this is our journey. Let's do what we all feel is right.
Let's go then.
There is a bit of commotion kind of to the left of the entrance of the Spire by Fire. You can see there's a couple of tables over there with some individuals in the middle of eating breakfast, and there's just some kind of lively conversation, a person who's standing there talking with them. Say Orem, Fern, Fresh Cut Grass. You all pick up bits of the conversation. It seems to be them, an individual kind of standing at the table, hood back. You can see it to be human, a little older, kind of sun-weathered skin, conversing with a handful of kind of what looks to be pre-shift miners or hard-working craftsmen that have wearing like leather materials and heavy gloves, or have them off to the side on the table while they're finishing their late breakfast. They're having a lively conversation. One of them shouting, like, not shouting, but loudly exclaiming, "I know, it's bullshit. This whole place is just falling apart." And somebody else across the table goes like, "No, I think if we don't do anything soon, we'll just have to find another place." And at this point, the person who's standing there with the hood back, you could see is nailing something to the kind of relatively blank kind of job board. "Just take heed." Puts the hood up and then exits.
On the rundown?
It's more of a post board.
Oh.
I'll go look at it.
I heard something hit the job board. Run down.
J.H. Everywhere.
What does it say?
Too many words.
The rise in violence, attacks, and dangerous lawlessness at the hands of the who bought Corsairs. I can read. Who bought Corsairs grows at a disastrous rate, unimpeded. We, the people of Drusar, will not stand idly by as the quorum ignores our plots, while the wardens of the wilds are stretched too thin. Demand skilled hands to protect us. Demand quorum approval and the authority for the Paragon's Call. What is a Paragon's Call? Demand to end this anarchy once and for all.
History check for you.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like an uprising.
Not great. That's an 8.
8? You would know it just because of where you grew up, but you don't know too much about them. But the Paragon's Call is kind of a well-known mercenary, like a well-known mercenary group that works through the Hellcatch Valley that made its name in the conflict 20 years before between Ashenador and the Stratos Throne.
Not fun mercenaries.
No, they're effective for those who have the money, but they're known for doing whatever it takes to get the job done, which is efficient, and why a lot of people
Well, the Corsairs
continue to use them. So
have-
without times of conflict,
have
they
the rings-
tend to work whoever has the best medical.
Third. And they got a name.
Puts out.
Well, you guys don't want to lose.
Your brother, there's bounty. I'm assuming that bounty is by the guild, right?
Yeah, who put the bounty on his head? Was it the Wilders or was it...
That's a question.
He was set up to take the fall, so whomever hired him to guard the caravan, I would guess?
Did
we hear him say it? Did we hear you
He
say
did
that?
not specifically say, did not specifically ask.
Who's Nova?
Nova was the leader of the crew that apparently absconded with this expensive-looking golem-like thing.
And was he? I'm sorry. Was he a part of the crew that was supposed to be guarding it?
Correct.
Yeah. So it was an inside job.
That was the other side.
Okay.
Nova.
Correct. Essentially, they all, the entire crew that was hired to protect this caravan, he was the one outlier.
Right.
And the rest of them just left with the goods.
He's the fall guy.
And he was the fall guy.
Ashton, have you ever had a bounty on your head?
Yes.
How did that work?
What do you mean, how did that work?
Who put the bounty on your head? How was it resolved?
No. Well, that's complicated.
Is there still a bounty on your head?
Probably a couple.
Not
You got
here,
warrants?
I assume.
Not really, no.
Which county?
I mean, not really. If you get caught, you either or you pay it off.
Whoa.
Paying a couple things off.
So you can pay the amount of the bounty and cancel it out?
I mean, they want their money. They don't want you. They don't care about you. They want what was stolen or the value of it.
Do they hire a specific person and they pay them?
Or is it just whoever gets there first?
I think
Traditionally, it's whoever gets there first.
More of an open contract.
Yeah. Think of it as like the reverse of a lost dog poster.
Mm-hmm.
But you want to kill the dog.
Except it would be a wanted dead or alive dog poster. If that makes
It's a bad
that makes
dog.
sense for you. That makes sense for you. I don't know about everybody else. But traditionally, if you can get the money to them or make an arrangement, then it's not really a problem.
Okay.
Traditionally. But your brother was a fall guy?
This post doesn't seem like that.
Well, if your brother did take the blame, they may be more interested in making him disappear and wrapping everything up than they are the money. So that is worth thinking about.
Or the item.
Or the item.
What sort of item would be worth 20,000 gold?
Giant golem.
Wait, was the golem the item, or was there something that the golem stole?
I think the golem was the item.
But
And
also
they
picked
have
up
it
a
under
bunch of
control.
stuff.
Yeah, they
That's
got the
right. Money?
item. They got him under their control, and
ran
then
off
he
with
took
it.
everything else. So now they have a golem in their army or whatever.
Confusing heist.
Yeah, right, because, right, he said that the thieves could puppet the golem, or was listening to him. All right.
So they basically have a very large weapon on their side? Okay.
But perhaps
Yeah.
the golem stole the item of value.
Maybe Paragon's Call is trying to take over the city. Maybe they're growing in power and,
This flyer seems to indicate that they want Paragon's Call to be given authority by the rulers, right?
maybe Paragon's Call put this up.
To go
But who are
after the Hubot Corsairs.
This has a very
The,
militia-y feel.
the Corsairs are the people in charge.
No.
No.
The
They're the
Orm's in
ones that are
charge.
mad.
The Corsairs are Robin Hood guild.
Jesus.
own people. Yeah.
I understand.
I don't.
Should we talk to the guy that put it up? On the...
Well, if we believe that the Corsairs are generally well-intentioned, then there's a chance that Paragon's Call are a-holes,
shady, evil
right?
people.
Well, and also if the Hubot Corsairs are more prone to stealing from the rich, then I imagine that these Paragon's Call mercenaries might be, employed by
the rich.
Certainly don't work for poor
What did we
people.
hear the people saying exactly as they were...
They were complaining about
Rhubarb Corsairs.
Places falling apart.
yeah, a general
Corsairs.
a lack of safety and control over the city, and lamenting about maybe moving elsewhere.
Okay.
Do you think this Paragon's Call is like a overzealous neighborhood watch?
Yeah, sounds kind of like it.
It sounds like angry rich people who are like, the neighborhood's gone to shit.
Private security.
Yeah.
Yeah, really well.
Look, it even has a hole in it for when it was posted on the job board. Details.
Shit.
It's the details.
Pass it down this way, Fern.
Oh, yeah, here you go.
All right.
Should we discuss further as we walk towards the
Yes,
smolder
let's walk
spire?
towards the smolder spire to find Grog.
Good.
Oh, God.
Oh, we're walking and talking this whole time.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay. So
Oh, we have to take one of the cable cars, don't we?
you do.
What's wrong with that?
I just hate the cable cars.
I love the cable cars.
I'm not too far.
Are you afraid of heights?
I love heights. I love looking at things when you're standing still. But this is shaking around on a tiny little wire that could break at any minute. I can't fly. That's all.
It's the reverse. I hate heights, but I really like these things. I don't know.
I like
Yeah.
it too.
How many stories have you heard about one of these things coming down? 11 here. 0, 1.
Heard about or actually seen?
Either or.
Oh, heard tons of them. Never seen one go down, though.
Statistically speaking, though, you're more likely to die in a submerged crash than in a cable car accident.
Well done.
Even walking to the cable car.
I mean, people talk.
A short jaunt around the opposite side of the core spire, you head to one of the viable cables you see attached. And there is a small station that hits at the very, very far end of this part of the spiraling street side. There you can see there is a small tower and this large jutting piece of rock in which the cable is affixed to it. And you can see metallic structures, almost like a skeletal structure, reinforcing the hold. As the cable you see bowing and vanishing up to, actually this would be more of a downward arc towards a base portion of the smolder spire, which you can now see, and you've seen it from a distance here, but even closer up you can see it has a similar kind of reddish rock as to a lot of the other spires, but across it there are heavy industrial portions of the city. You see a few, what looks to be, kind of lower income residential spaces, and a multitude of processing machines, almost large factories that are just emitting these plumes of black smoke. And you can see this kind of a general haze that sits around this spire in comparison to others. And since it's still kind of early-ish in the day, there's kind of this mist that still is rising up from the jungle below that seems to almost mix with the smoke to create this kind of gray haze on the upper portions of the spire. It gets more obscured, harder to see towards the top of it. It's not one of the tallest spires, but it's definitely the most unique visually upon the others. As you approach the gondola itself, you see the cable the previous car comes and stops, docks, and about 6 or 7 individuals step out before the doors open, and you can see the person running it leads you inside. It is 1 silver piece each.
Break the bank. Is it well known what they produce from those smokestacks, like in the industry around here?
You can roll a history check with disadvantage.
Disadvantage, my... What? That's pretty good. Oh, 13.
13's not terrible. From the time that you've been around here, a lot of it stems from processing metals and coal and other, just energy-generating materials.
There is they do pull gems out of the earth too. There is like a diamond mine, things like that.
I have no beef with gems, but metal, fucking.
It's a lot of mining operations mostly.
The door closes in the gondola, and actually at this point it would be just your crew within. It sways slightly before you see it begins to shift and head down the wire. It bows slightly as soon as it lifts off of, and like you feel kind of grinding on the stone before it kind of drifts and the full weight hits the gondola. It kind of bounces for a second. It begins to take you further down towards the smolder spire.
You guys mind if I smoke? No, I'm just kidding.
When you used to smoke your schmitz says it all.
Cigarette for sure. Character choice.
I'm gonna start.
F.C.G bong would be great.
I'm gonna start wiggling, trying to get the car to.
It doesn't take much.
Oh no!
After a short time,
Yeah.
the gondola begins to sway, like the wind's hitting it from the outside.
Oh no! Oh no! I think the cable is fraying.
Why are you like this?
Like what?
Are you serious?
Huh?
What if we're gonna die?
It's quite possible. I mean, we're all gonna die at some point.
That's what I find comforting about this, actually, is that there's just no question about it. If something goes wrong, there's nothing you can do, and it's just all going to be over real quick.
Not real quick.
I mean, pretty quick.
I mean, we'd all go together.
That's fair.
What if, like, you get to the end and you don't die immediately?
I mean, that's a very long drop.
Yeah, but we're in a big protected car. What if you just get injured real bad and then you're just at the bottom of the ravine?
I assure you, this is.
There.
I promise you, this is way too much drop.
I'm just
for that.
gonna roll over to Imogen and take her hand if she'll allow me, and look in her eyes and tell her just look at me. Don't look out there. Everything's gonna be fine. I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions.
Oh, that's lovely.
Hope it works.
3 to 7 stories. That's really where everything goes really fucking badly.
Thank you. How long does this last?
Let me look.
After 60 seconds.
1 minute.
Well, it isn't a very long ride necessarily. It's down on the cable.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh yeah, man.
About the time that the spell would wear off, you do dock into the smolder spire. You stop there, and as you emerge and step out onto the street, you can see the roads here are a little more haggard. The stonework and kind of exposed clay mingle together to give this kind of. This is definitely a workman's region of the city, and already you can see there's a faint layer of soot that kind of rests on the top of any sort of small wall off to the side or any sort of construction or tower that is within eyesight. You can see the kind of black layer on top. As soon as you step aside, you can see there is about a 7.5 foot tall stone-based arcane automaton that has its arms kind of built into the wire wench device. And you've seen this before. These are what actually run the gondolas up and down the wire.
Sweet.
The doors close behind.
It's just attached to the wires?
Yeah, the wires, the gondola itself, it has a spindle piece on each side that runs through, and so I can go ahead and crank it up, which pulls it across the gondola.
Humanoid upper half, humanoid going whoa, 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 whoa.
Dope.
That's cool.
Hi.
No reaction.
Can't hear us?
Not quite like you, is he?
No.
Does that make you lonely?
No, I've got all of you.
Gondola closes.
It's got its purpose.
Should we free him?
Oh, we're gonna play that game.
Oh,
my favorite game.
Free him from this fresh hell that he's in.
He probably gets great joy from his role in his task.
Okay, we'll leave him alone.
Two people.
Whoops.
Stepping into this district before you, there are small structures, it looks like homesteads that are kind of built on the sides of the wall. You can see there is attempts to bring more color to the space in some of these areas. There are wires hanging clothing and other strips of cloth or colored silks and other materials, just kind of bring a little bit of liveliness to this otherwise very industrial portion of the city. But since, for the majority, most of you have not spent time in this portion of the spire, and you haven't had too much of a reason to come by in a while, at the very least.
Yeah, I've got very little going on here.
Is there a specific place you want to go here?
We're following him.
Looking for the hovel.
Yeah, follow me. Keep an eye out.
Hovel. Hovel.
I mean, I know we're a big group and everything, but, you know, just keep your head on a swivel.
It's got a great hurt.
Okay. You leading them further kind of down the grade of the spiral in this portion of the spire to almost a full 180 to the opposite end of it. And there, the neighborhood passes by what looks to be a large industrial factory of some kind. The smell that emerges from it has almost like a sulfurous smell with elements of like a heated iron. And it causes your nose to sting a bit as you pass
Kind of
by.
like Jar Jar Binks.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much like that.
He's so stinky.
Just beyond this large factory, and even in the portion of walking by, you can look at your hand and you can see there's almost already a layer of just gentle, kind of black material starting to gather. Yep.
Prestidigitation. You can tell it's really bothering you.
No, that's fine. Thank
Well,
you.
you're clean now, and you'll be clean for until it lands again.
Thank you.
And
there you go.
Yeah.
Not too far beyond that, you recall where the small building that Gurge was briefly renting for your stay in the city.
Stay back. Let me make sure that he didn't, come back in the night or something. Set up a perimeter. I just heard, can you do that?
Yeah, we'll definitely do that.
Fan out.
All right.
I'm going to approach his place, but keep your eyes open. See if anyone's
I'm gonna walk up to
knocking
the
me.
door and see if it's locked.
It is locked.
Locked.
What? Just hold. Give me.
So I wasn't paying attention.
I'm just going to knock. Gurge! Gurge! Kiss Greg! What? Anything?
Kiss Greg? Kiss Greg?
Kiss Greg?
Kiss Greg. It's his last name.
It is closed and locked as you left it last. But no answer in a few minutes.
Any other signs around the doorway of intrusion or tampering?
Make an investigation check.
Yeah, you bet your ass. 14.
14. Looking around, it looks like since your initial investigation after his disappearance and then subsequent locking behind you, there is no other signs of entry, forced or otherwise, from what you can make out.
I locked the door when I left, but I don't have a key. So just hold on a second, and I'll take out some tools and begin to pick the lock.
Okay, go ahead and roll that.
Kind of look up in the sky and see if anybody's watching.
19.
19.
Nice.
Yeah, we're working with fire now, bitches.
It opens up slightly within.
That was impressive.
Thank you.
So much faster than anything we've done before.
Is it dangerous to go in, you think?
Yeah, they're keeping
Boom! I kicked the door.
They're definitely keeping it.
One of the hinges breaks slightly. What are you wielding?
I just grabbed a hammer and a wood chisel.
Okay.
Do I smell anything?
Roll a perception check.
Yeah, all the checks. 18. 19.
Okay. I mean, the interior's a little musty, but nothing different than how you left it.
It's clear. Show me you can earn your money and do what you do. I'll stand guard out here.
Our toys. Let's look for.
I thought we settled on toys. Is it coin
that's
again?
our money.
I can get rid of them.
You said money. You said
Well, what are we still gonna get our toys if we don't find them in here?
Look, it'll be toys or money, whatever you want. I'll just make a bunch of extras.
Extra money?
Just don't resell them. I'll carve my initials. It's fine. Whatever you want.
Okay,
we need to look for
walk on
clues.
in. Yeah.
I'll go in there as well and look around.
Actually, I'm gonna stick outside for just a second.
No.
Chetney, have you ever seen furniture come to life?
Oh, yes.
Oh, you have?
Before my very eyes.
Really? Did it attack when you did?
The senses, nightly. An onslaught of beauty.
Oh,
hour by hour. Chip by chip. Little
You
nook by
knew
little
he
nook,
was
the
going
word
there.
blood
I knew he
working
was
itself
going
into
there.
the wood grain. Oh, it attacked, all right. It left its mark here.
We meant literally you.
Has it ever attacked you physically?
I'm sorry?
You saw a bunch of furniture come to life. I just didn't know if maybe somebody.
Are you speaking in hyperbole?
No,
or?
you know what? I'm just kidding.
You had real furniture attack you.
Yeah, like a table and a broom and a kitchen knife and a rug. I don't remember everything else.
No. No. Can't say that I have. Did other people see this happen?
Everyone here.
How are we supposed to focus on that?
I love it so much.
Meanwhile, the rest of you.
Start rolling.
I've gone in.
God, we are rolling it.
It's dark in here.
There is no light source. It is a very small room. Like this is a pretty small ramshackle abode.
I will cast light.
Okay.
And I will activate my light mechanisms that I have inside. Yes, my eyes glow like two shiny torches flashing.
Oh, let's see.
Lights up the
Like a.
space.
Yeah.
Looking inside here, the actual room, and it is a single room abode, is about 10 by 15 feet. There is no window, and most of it is, a heavily woven thatched roof onto simple stone and mason work for the basis of the structure. Looking around inside, you could see all the furniture's been tossed. At least the majority of it. You could see there was a kind of double-wide chair that's kind of knocked over on its side. You can see there looks to be a blanket that's shredded. It looks like there are a number of clay bowls or maybe in pots, some sort of like pottery or accessories for eating that have just been broken and shattered on the ground. It looks like there's definitely signs of a struggle of some kind, or at least a person who is angry at the interior, maybe. Who knows?
Are they all inside?
Or maybe
I shut the door.
Attack.
And I open it. Just fucking with you. Anything?
Hold on, give us a second.
We're still looking. We're still looking.
I'm gonna scan the walls for any sorts of holes or divots.
Perception or investigation check.
I'm gonna.
If you want to, yeah.
You roll. Or do you want
Or
me
you
to
can
roll twice?
Yeah.
Oh boy, both bad. Not. No wait. What was the first one? 8? 12.
12. Okay. The base of this structure doesn't contain any sort of specific reinforcement to the bottom of the walls, so the stone is just what's available. Moving aside what looks to be, a small, 13, a small table. No, There are no holes or cracks or anything that falls in line with what you've encountered previously with Shade Creeper movement.
Any signs of a beast or an attacker, or what does the scuffle look like?
Make an investigation or perception check if you'd like.
Just a perception, you said?
Mm-hmm.
I miss both investigation.
Let me guide you. I'll guide you.
I'll
with
take
some
that.
guidance.
I'll take some guidance. Oh, 18 total.
18 total. Very good. Looking at the overturned, it's kind of like a not even a couch, just like a wide chair for two people to sit in. It's knocked over. You can see there are definite gashes in the wood. It looks like something cut across parts of the furniture. With that high roll, you can see they are definitely consistent striated gashes, like claw marks.
Chetney,
Yes?
I'm so sorry.
What'd you find?
The mahogany. It's been so damaged. I know, I'm sorry.
Godfather 3. No, okay.
Silent scream. Yeah.
Like, TV show?
That would have been a hobby horse.
Are the claw marks that you're referencing, are they the same width from Shade Creepers?
No, they look a bit too large to be a Shade Creeper, or at least the Shade Creepers that you've met.
Can I? What's the ground like leading up to the abode?
It's the same kind of rough dried clay and stone with, it looks like there was once a road here that ascends, and there might still be road beneath it, but layers of soot and clay and dust have just built up over it to kind of coat some portions of the stone-laid roads that surround it.
Can I look outside and kind of dust away some of the soot and see if there's any kind of claw marks outside as well? Like,
sure, make an investigation check.
so aggressive.
She was funny.
Investigation. 21.
21. You, looking around the base of this chamber, around the outside of the front door, and inspecting the ground, you can see what looks to be some light scrapes in a similar kind of like clawed fashion, but it's light, and you only see like 2 marks on the outside, and that's about it.
Do they look like they're heading into the house or away from the house?
It's hard to tell, really. Right about this time, as you're like inspecting down at the ground, you hear a voice from behind that goes, "Sorry, can I help you?"
Oh.
Who's talking?
You glance up and you see a woman in probably her late 50s or so, by the point of the ears, look to have half-elven descent. This woman has her hair pulled back extremely tight in a bun that seems to emerge into a small braid that goes just to the kind of the nape of her neck. You can see somewhat simple-looking dark green gown that has seen some years, but it looks like it's kept. It's almost like sentimental in the way that it's maintained, though you can definitely see kind of some stains available. Her arms crossed and a very stern look on her face. She goes, "Like I said, can I help you?"
Oh, well, we were just looking for our friend, and couldn't seem to find him, and wanted to make sure he was okay.
I take it you're friends with Gurge, then?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he came to rent this place from me, and then hasn't returned to pay the bill.
Yeah. How long has that been? Just a couple days, or?
It's only been here a couple of days, but he was supposed to take care of this within this short period of time.
Is this how the place always looked when
What do
you
you
rented
mean?
it to him?
And she kind of leans in and looks past the door. What happened in here?
We're trying to figure that out.
I don't know if he's gonna be able to pay that bill, ma'am.
Did you hear anything strange in the last couple days?
Of course, all over the city there's been.
I'm specifically here.
There was a direwolf attack not but a day ago down the street.
Yeah, but right here.
Between that and the burglaries, the explosion at the core, the hauntings at the pie, like... God, the wardens in the city are fucking useless.
That we can agree on.
Explosion? What?
Explosion at the
Haunting?
core?
Explosion.
Were we there for that?
Which core?
The core spire. I've heard word that there was some sort of a magical detonation.
Wait, were they? We were
That's
there?
where that's
We
where
were
the
there?
furniture went.
Yeah.
So you didn't hear anything weird in the last couple days from Gurge's apartment?
Not from the apartment, no, but, I mean, I live a few blocks down that way.
Do you know who lives next door?
I do not know the neighbors there specifically.
How far away were the direwolf attacks?
That was past the factory. I don't know the specifics. I just know it was down that region. The fact that direwolves are coming, and how do they get up here anyway?
No idea.
And how many days ago was this? Sorry.
No, please.
It's about a day ago, day and a half ago.
It's all connected.
But you said wolves, plural.
That's what I heard. Yes.
You seem very upset. How can we help you? How can we make you feel a little bit more calm?
Pay for this furniture.
Oh, well, I mean, it's not really our responsibility, but we have a woodworker with us who might be able to repair it for you.
I'll also say we're looking for Gurge, and we can make sure that he knows that he's got to take care of this. We'll make it very clear that he's got responsibilities, clearly, that he has to take care of. You seem to know a lot, by the way. It's very impressive.
I listen to the various rumors and things that are muttered in the neighborhoods, yes, and as a landowner in a few homesteads in this space, it's very bad for business.
Just to back up a few, did you say the word hauntings as well, or did I mishear that?
Hunting.
Hauntings?
No, I heard that there is rumors of spirits haunting the pyre and the lantern.
What's that?
The whole city's going to shit.
Well,
What was your name again? In case
My
we
name-
get any news?
Sirach.
Tirak.
Tirak?
Sirach.
Sirach.
I don't know.
I hate to use it, but I could concoct a wood putty if it would help to repair some of this furniture.
And I could do a little bit of mending.
Yeah, I'll tidy up.
We're on
Yeah.
a schedule. We're on a schedule. We'll come
You're
back.
right,
We'll
it's
come
fine.
back.
We'll find Gurge.
We'll come back.
We should go find out where that direwolf, because this looks like. How big are direwolves? The claws look like it could have been the same sort of.
Go ahead and roll a...
Nature?
Roll a nature check for me.
Are direwolves like big ass wolves?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're huge.
But dire.
It's not my joke, but I'm proud of it.
No. Nature?
Yeah.
4.
4. You're not sure. You've heard about direwolves. You've never encountered one, thankfully. But from what you hear, they're pretty big, and these claw marks are fairly big.
They could be connected.
I think it's a lead worth looking into.
Is there any? Did you find any blood?
I didn't look for blood. Is there any blood?
I look for blood.
And
Vigorously.
also, like, paperwork or anything that looks
Personal
like he could have
effects.
had, like, somebody attack him, like somebody came after him.
And while they're looking, I'm gonna start tidying up
I join
anyway.
him.
I'm just gonna I'm gonna set some chairs up, or just straighten shit a little bit.
Okay. In straightening the chairs and stuff, you do see there are a few smatterings of blood across the ground.
Oh shit!
Oh no.
Like puddles or like paintbrush?
Like paintbrush.
Arterial spray. There's
In an arcing pattern too.
Ding, ding.
Do my Dexter head off.
Well, if it's just, it's not huge puddles, then maybe he's still alive. Maybe he wasn't
When his body's not
destroyed.
here.
Yeah.
no,
Maybe
like,
they
drag
took
him
him.
back
Yeah,
to
they
the
didn't
nest.
drag. There's no like blood trailing out the door or out the back. or-
Direwolves and werewolves.
If you go ahead and look kind of where the drag marks you saw up front, like kind of the claw-like pattern that came through,
Oh. I just realized.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Ooh, I'm gonna use prestidigitation to get rid of the soot in the area to see if it clears it up at all.
Okay.
It's prestidigitation. It's not the wind.
It's gotta go somewhere.
No, it
doesn't get vamped in.
Kind of where the drag marks you saw up front, like kind of the claw-like pattern that came through. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Ooh, I'm gonna use prestidigitation to get rid of the soot in the area to see if it clears it up at all.
Okay.
It's prestidigitation. It's not the wind.
It's gotta go somewhere.
No, it
doesn't get vamped into a pocket dimension.
It's not like Wizard Pooh going into some random dimension. That's terrible world building if that happens.
You scared the shit out of my lungs.
A perception.
Putting on my vacuum arm.
Well, with prestidigitation clearing up the soot and stuff, you can see it looks like there are...
I was like, cover your mouth.
Make like dice.
Well, you did also roll like a 21 in the original one, too.
A 21, yes, I did.
So, which you've already inspected pretty closely in this area. Beyond the soot moving and looking in the grooves, it looks like there are signs of similar dark, dried blood that has since been cleaned.
Like intentionally clean.
Like where you're only finding it in certain parts of the grooves, in between where certain bits of the stone are
So
there.
somebody came back.
But on the main surface, they're cleared.
Mr. Wolf, he thinks fast, he talks fast. He's fast.
Mr. Direwolf.
Would I know
You said the wolf?
the claw marks from having been a dire wolf at one point?
I've been a wolf in nature.
So would I recognize that may be what it is?
It could be. I mean, it looks a little small for like a full-size dire wolf, but dire wolves also, different ages can vary, and it depends on how deep it went and which points it hit. It's hard to tell.
Can you smell the pheromones?
Oh yeah, can you track? Like, are there any tracks leading away from the place outside in the dirt or a scent?
Yeah, you got
Wait.
animal shit.
Can we
Use your animal
yeah,
shit.
and then we can follow you?
How did animal shit?
Beastmaster.
Wait, there's something. There's.
Does the
Was
sun
that one
set
time
and
where
then
I
you become a
can't
wolf
hear
and one of us becomes an eagle? Or I'm trying to remember how that works.
Do some animal shit.
Well, I could. Oh, I don't know if I should save something in case we're gonna be in
saving it. Yeah, you should. We have no leads right now.
What if we are?
I know, if we get into a fight.
Let me just. Can I just sniff? I'm just gonna get on the ground and I'm gonna sniff and start. I'm gonna
Lick it. Stick
lick.
Yeah.
What are you trying to ascertain by doing
I'm
this?
trying.
She's just like,
Yeah, I respect that.
Everything you got.
I'm trying to see if I can smell a dire wolf. If I can smell the
Get that piss scent.
piss
Roll a
scent.
perception check.
She say piss angrily.
Piss.
Find this piss ant.
10.
10. If there were any lingering scent, it's been too long for it to be recognizable, unfortunately.
Now, are these drag marks out the front entrance, or is there a back entrance? Is it out? Still out?
There is only one entrance to this
Oh,
tiny
there's
house.
one.
Yeah.
All right.
The east wing of the hovel.
were there any papers or anything disheveled at all? A suitcase or a trunk or
Nothing. And you would know, like, this was a temporary journey. This is not Gurge's abode. This was a temporary rental.
Airbnb.
Yes.
Bring it back. Sirach, was it?
That is my name? Oh, hi.
Question.
She takes a step back.
Where was I step forward?
She takes a step back.
The other direwolf
She takes a step back.
attack. You said it happened up the block.
That's all I know. I didn't see it.
towards the factory, was it?
It's past the factory.
Past the factory.
And you have
You
a
don't
bed.
know anybody who saw that.
No, just word of mouth gets around. something like that happens in this area, of course people are going to hear about it.
Could go ask around.
Yeah, I think that's what we should do.
Couldn't hurt. Who did you hear about it from?
I heard from my friend Gina. She said that the wardens were able to put it down, but...
Oh,
Put it down?
Talk to the wardens, I guess.
Yeah, what are they supposed to do with a dire wolf that finds its way up into the city?
Well, let him go back to where he came from. To his family, probably.
Rude. You're rude.
How am I rude?
You just said I was rude for no reason, so that makes you rude.
Oh, I wasn't saying you were rude. I was saying they were rude for putting him down.
Oh,
You're fine, Sirach. I wasn't talking about you.
my apologies.
That's okay. I accept your apology.
You sorting out your problems just like by talking. That was really great.
Well, you know, I've learned some things from you
Well,
guys.
If you find Gurge, he owes me money. If Gurge is indeed dead, who owes me money?
Gurge's son.
Greg?
Greg.
Make a persuasion check.
You mean Greg Chris
Greg? Chris Greg?
I got to school with Grog Stonejaw. No, his father.
Persuasion? 14.
Oh. Do not even know if he has a next of kin. At least it was only a few days. I'll have to clean this up and get it rented again. Well, good luck. Close behind you when you finish cleaning.
I mend the table a little bit.
All right.
Get
Sticks
some
off.
gash marks out.
This keeps happening. I'm going to houses that have been ransacked.
Yeah.
So is this discouraging for people of your talent, or is it pretty par for the course?
No, we don't get discouraged. We
No,
keep
just getting
going.
started.
We believe in ourselves until we get the job done.
Yes.
You have no other information. What is his actual abode? You know, you were meeting him here, but you
no,
know he doesn't live here?
He's rumored to be sort of a wild man, like he lives out in the jungles of Marquette, outside the city. But I don't know where.
Whoa. That just seems like a lot.
That's why I didn't mention it. I mean, the jungles are like the jungles.
Fair.
Yeah, and this is just where.
Wait, he lives in the jungles?
Well, out in the wilds.
Wait,
It's-
what is this place?
It's where I was told to meet him. I think it's like his office or something.
I understand.
How did you connect?
I was sent here. I pulled this little piece of parchment out and just says, Courage, Kiss Greek.
That's it? Just his name? It doesn't say what he does or why you came here?
No, I just couldn't remember his name.
So you wrote it down?
No, they did.
Who's they?
The people that sent me here.
Who are the people who sent you here?
Out of Usadern, I stopped in the Savalier Wood and the Master Craftsman's Guild. They sent me down here.
Oh, so he's a craftsman, and you were going to take some lessons
I'm
from
trying
him?
to find work down here. I got kicked out of my old gig.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I had to kind of start fresh.
Was that a long-term gig?
Yeah, a few years.
I'm so sorry.
Thanks. Didn't really feel wanted anymore.
Oh.
Oh, no.
What?
Are you telling the truth?
Yes.
You didn't want your old job anymore?
No, I didn't feel very wanted anymore. Very much wanted. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It was like, kind of like I got let go without the actual being let go part.
Was there like a new craftsman that they got to replace you or something like that?
It was more like a change of direction by my employer.
Did they not want to work with wood anymore?
Are you in my head?
I'm not. Did he get it right?
Something like that.
You said you hated
Can we get going?
Sorry.
Yes.
Toward that factory. Towards the factory.
Is she gone, by the way?
Sirach?
Sirach
Just walked away, yeah.
Far enough away, I can't. I'm just going to peek out. She's gone.
Your perception check.
9.
Yeah, you don't see her.
I'm going to take a quick moment on our way out, and I'm just going to pogo stick on my hammer and just smash that table and see if I can put a nice big thick dent in the floor just for fun.
Pogo stick on your hammer?
I'm just going to grab it, pound down.
I just.
Okay.
What?
It divots a bit. Yeah, it's a soft ground.
Damage the floor a little bit?
A little bit, yeah.
All right. I'm also going to make sure that I hit the door on the way out so it breaks a little bit more.
Okay.
I didn't like it.
I just fixed the table.
Yeah, it was too nice.
I'm gonna spit.
You did a really
spit
good
on the
job.
floor. Where the dent is.
She's in too many people's business. I don't like it.
She did have nosy neighbors.
See, this is why I got out of furniture.
Guys got fucked up. She's worried about her money. Fuck that. I just got to pay for the floor. Anyway.
I use fern spit to just spit polish a little bit right where. It's looking good. It's looking better.
Just with your hands there, just with your hands, you wiped around.
It's a little like rag from my.
All right.
Does it get like more covered in blood?
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah, at a certain point, it's not really helping out at this point.
What the heck? What's that? I found it. No. One in your room? There's 5 of them. Yes. 1, 2, 3. They're all in the. Someone's trying to locate phones and. Hey.
Yeah, it's a lost cause.
No. Ectoplasm left behind.
I am sorry to say, well, no, I should just do these
Alright.
outside and just run.
Head down.
Towards the factory?
I guess
Well,
to try to
here's,
track down where the direwolf came.
Yeah, is there anything else down by the factory? Is the take it or leave it or the sit and swill in that direction?
The sit and swill and take a leave it are a little further up the
other
spire.
direction.
Yeah.
I will start at the factory. And then.
Well, I mean, with you turning back towards the factory, it is kind of an upward
It is in
curve,
that
so
direction.
it would continue that direction.
That at least gives us a destination.
But you.
Yes! Why are we getting moved out?
hang up right now. I'm calling the phone to see if anything rings.
I might be going back to recording in my room or do like outside.
Head towards the exterior of the factory, and you can see in the front entryway, and it's just like a single arch, kind of simple, kind of reddish brown stone entry with pillars on each side. You can see there are heavy chains that are slowly rotating on some sort of unseen device that is affixed within the actual factory. But out front, you can see there are two wardens that are essentially like both sitting in chairs, spear to their side, just kind of keeping an eye out. One of them is in the process of kind of, looks like playing a game of solitaire on a small side table as you approach. And they kind of look over.
Afternoon.
Afternoon.
Sorry to bother you. We're looking for a friend in town, and he's not at home. But we've been hearing about rumors about something to do with direwolves in the neighborhood. Is that true?
Yeah. We had an unexpected direwolf attack about a day and a half ago. Right out, not too far beyond here.
Where did it come from?
We don't know. But we took care of it.
Just one.
It's just one. Yeah.
Did you see if he had... Was anyone attacked?
Probably a few people were attacked. I imagine it's a direwolf.
You just want to tell you what's sleeping?
Are they in the hospital?
Yeah, but there's a deer right over there.
The direwolf?
No, the
and over there
people
too.
that were hurt.
Are there any survivors?
If there are, they're being taken care of.
Is there a place that they would be taken care of? Maybe our friend was one of the people that were attacked, and just we don't know about it.
Yeah, we're just concerned.
He looks over at the other warden. The other warden's kind of like left his card game and is now like leaning over, interested in your conversation. He goes, let me ask a question. Hold on. And gets up and walks inside the factory. And the other warden kind of goes, yeah, who's your friend?
George. I'm gonna cast Detect Thoughts.
Okay.
Courage Kids Growth.
Talk to Rock Tut.
Gerd.
All right. What's the spell DC?
Just know him as Gerd.
Just 13 wisdom.
13 wisdom. All right. The first thought you get is like, who the hell are these people? This is a fucking weird ass crew rolling up here.
Will be to the end of the campaign.
The next wave of thoughts comes to, how the fuck do they know this guy? I need to go ahead and I need to check in with the boss. And right at that point, he stands up and goes, I'm going to go ahead and ask some questions too. Be right back.
Where are they going? You said around the side factory?
Inside the factory, yeah.
Oh, inside?
Inside the factory, yeah.
Is it unlocked?
It's just an open archway.
Is he gone?
That's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi.
I'm gonna.
It's gonna be a great day, but these fellows are lying to us. These fellows, we should go in there and pursue them.
I'm gonna turn into
But they're
a rat.
wardens.
Yes.
And turn to rat.
And go
Can't just
inside.
pursue the wardens.
Absolutely pursue wardens.
You're just a rat. Are you gonna go
They're
follow
bad
them?
wardens.
Okay, I can hear you. So if you want to say anything to me, just go. Okay, you come in here.
It's just bad warden.
Put a bad warden in.
You're going in?
Yes.
Okay.
Fern's a rat. She's going in to hear what they're saying.
I'm just gonna
Oh, look at that
give you
sweet
guidance.
hunk of fresh meat.
Oh.
Those
you
haunches.
I can give you guidance.
Even for me, that you somehow made it weird.
It's so inappropriate.
I'm pending Imogen.
So you're turning into rat.
Yes.
What are you doing? Anything, fresh cut grass?
No, I was gonna give her guidance, but that'll break my. I still got detect thoughts up for another 30 seconds.
Okay.
In case they come back.
Come back. Okay. So you are now a rat.
Let me know if you hear anything.
Okay. So, scurrying past, you enter, and you can see beyond the archway within, there is an actual, metal grate doorway that is closed, and you can see the guard that had walked in is just finished kind of locking it behind him for the moment. But there are enough spaces in the grate for you to kind of step through as a rat. And so following through, trying to catch up, you can see he turns off to the right, and there's a person who is holding a lantern and walking by and goes, why are we closing? He goes, shh, hold up, we're just closing down for just a second. Keep everyone solid. It's warden business. And it continues walking past, and the person just looks confused and goes back, walking back from the hallway they came from. Following past, I need you to make a stealth check as a rat. Using the rat's dexterity modifier.
That's a good rat.
That's a good rat. Rats are, come on.
I don't know. There's nothing. It's just what I roll.
There's no dexterity modifier for a rat?
Is there any stealth bonus for being a rat?
Fuck, kill me.
This
Okay. I'll give you advantage because it is low light in the interior here.
15.
15. Okay. Pushing past, you watch the warden that just finished locking the door behind continues to the right.
Walking like this.
That's a rat. Yeah.
On your hind
back legs?
Yep.
Make sure they don't see me.
Now, you are much slower than them, being a rat, so you can't keep up with it, but you can follow the path, and you can hear the footsteps, so you're not losing them. You go to the right where the warden was last seen turning, and in front of you, you can see the staircase descends, and there's like a large open chamber that breaks off into multiple different portions of the interior factory that's built into the spire. The air here is very thick and warm, and you probably can imagine that working in this vicinity for many years would be very unhealthy for a person. But you continue following down. It goes up a slight stairway, which, as a rat, I'm going to have to ask you to make an acrobatics check for me.
Rats can go upstairs.
Well,
Yeah, you can. Show us.
Yeah. What kind of ups is this rat got?
Come on. Oh, do I do it again? Also, advantage?
You do not have advantage in this, no.
13.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, 13. Yeah, 13's okay.
Okay.
It wasn't terrible. I mean, it wasn't a terrible difficulty, so you just had to not roll low. So, up on the stairs, you get to the next platform. and head down, and you come to an area where you can see there's a door to the right and left, and the hallway continues, but to the right you can hear hushed voices kind of talking. There's a slight gap under the door.
Get him a wiggle in there.
Okay, this door space is wide enough for you to push through as a rat. So you come through, and you can see this is an office. Within the interior, it looks like there's a shield on one wall. There is a desk. It's not very well decorated, but it seems to have a little more of an officious nature to it. And you can see the 2 wardens are currently standing across the desk from another individual that is wearing similar kind of shoulder pauldrons, but does not have a helmet on, and looks like they're in the process of doing some paperwork. And as you step in, you can hear the voice spoken. Someone says, "Well, why are they asking about this Gurge fellow?" We don't know. It's a strange troop. It means describing each of your companions visually to them. So there's a strange kind of pinkish hair girl came in, very tall, kind of fuzzy-eared lady, voluptuous. There was a tiny man with a shield, short hair, a scary man with a big wound in his head. They had an automaton to the side. They had a bright blue kind of fancy-looking fellow. Tiny old crotchety gnome creature, and this nightmare of a woman. It's very strange, but nevertheless, they asked about this Gurge fellow, and we were told not to engage in any sort of speculation with this thing. And the guy across the table goes, "First and foremost, say nothing more. Tell them that Gurge has been arrested and held in the granite hold, and will be released upon business that is none of theirs. I'll take care of the rest."
I'll take care of the rest. What?
Or he's already dead.
Greg's gonna be crushed.
Yeah, they're
Greg
lying.
Chris
It's like
Greg
almost
Chris
entirely.
Orphan taken.
dead already.
Yeah.
But he said don't say anything about granite. Are they lying? Yeah, he's lying. Don't say anything other than this, and he's lying about this.
Yep. The other warden goes, if anybody else asks, say, "You don't know anything about it. Stop answering questions, you fucking idiot."
I feel bad about that guy.
Oh, well, I've just been on a job for like 6 months.
Thought we got some action out front.
No, dismissed. They both turn and begin walking towards the door. I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Let's go.
Come
on, Let's go, Mighty Mouse.
What if you get smooshed?
Ratatouille.
She doesn't poof. She.
Oh no! 8.
Oh no.
8.
Yes. Oh no.
You. Okay, here's what I'll do.
Let's go.
Roll a d6 for me. On a 1 to 3.
Oh no.
The weight does just enough to get a hit point of damage to you. On a 4 to 6, you manage to shrug it off and not take any damage.
Do you have 1 hit point?
2.
How many hit points do you have as a rat?
It's got to be one.
Got to be a 1d4
1.
situation.
It's a 1d4.
Okay, roll.
roll-
So you can't have less than a 1?
Roll a 1d4.
Oh my god, what if you get...
Get a 4. Get a 4. Get a 4.
Runs happen.
Yeah, she loses her arm. I think she goes.
Let me
Yeah.
double check. Let me double check your offense.
Pumpkin out.
Please
She
be
grows 6 feet.
It's a 2. Yes!
You have 1 hit point.
Wait. A rat, a tiny beast.
Wait,
has
did you say roll a d4? Or yeah, that's
Okay.
right. Okay, sorry.
So it says under rat, right?
Yeah.
What's it say for hit points?
It says 1, and then in parentheses it says 1d4 minus 1.
Okay.
Like what
Oh,
you roll.
no, so you minus 1, so 1.
My cat was max 4.
Yeah. So, as you're listening in, both guards about face me and walking towards you, and you scramble away right as you feel the pressure of one of their heavy armored boots step down upon you. As it does, suddenly your vision reverts to eye level with the 2 wardens.
6 foot.
And they both kind of look at you, eyes wide, and the man behind the counter of the desk goes, and that's where we're gonna go ahead.
Oh God! What?
Dead in 2022.
It's okay. I know what to do.
It hasn't been that long.
You do?
Burn them all out of here.
Oh man!
I have a plan.
Good.
You have all holiday
Because that
together.
went south real fast.
1 on 3.
Oh, man.
It was the launching my head of like, all right, this is not a small, or this is a small entryway. You snuck under the door, and they immediately turned to leave. I'm like, let's go ahead and roll. And if it had been a 10 or higher, you would have saved, and it would have been fine.
Okay.
But yeah,
You're great.
It's okay.
You're great.
It's all
We're
good.
fine. We're fine. We're fine. We're gonna figure
It's
it
all
out. We're
good.
gonna figure it out.
We're gonna figure this out next time.
Okay. Okay.
What?
Oh man.
In 2022.
Tune in next year.
Alrighty, so we'll pick up there with Fern on her own and 3 wardens in the middle of a Smolder Spire factory with some sort of strange conspiracy going on.
Cool.
And we'll see you for that. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful holiday break.
Same to you,
Love
man.
you very much. And
If
is
you
it
go-
Thursday yet? Good night.
I remember, like, I think one of my videos got like 100 views. My older videos are like in the thousands, but that's because they've been out so freaking long. My oldest one. Well, good night. I'll sit here. And next year we kick things off. I imagine, be kicking things off with initiative. And hopefully at the end of the first episode, they'll have the things we didn't get this year, but there's still good news. It means there's still a chance for the Belfort. And I might need to do some more something different. Also, well, I will probably the next few couple of weeks be releasing some videos non-reaction type. So I am planning to do some reactions next week for Wheel of Time, and I'll be probably some other reactions maybe too. For some things. Okay. Well, goodbye. Remember, Christmas is coming, and is it 2022 yet? Bye. Good night.